Best 30 Iconic Quotes from Movie To Kill a Mockingbird, 1962. To Kill a Mockingbird, 1962. Adapted from Harper Lee's novel, is a poignant exploration of morality, justice, and humanity. Set in the racially charged South of the 1930s, the film follows Atticus Finch, a lawyer defending Tom Robinson, a black man falsely accused of raping a white woman, through the eyes of Scout Finch, Atticus's young daughter. The narrative reveals the complexities of prejudice, compassion, and courage. Key moments showcase timeless lessons. Atticus's belief that you never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view underscores empathy's power. His defense of Robinson highlights integrity, stating, "Courage is not a man with a gun in his hand but knowing you're licked before you begin and seeing it through." Scout's growing awareness of societal flaws, seen in her simple assertion that there's just one kind of folks, reflects her father's teachings. The trial scenes are harrowing, exposing deep-seated bigotry. Yet, Atticus's unwavering faith in justice and humanity remains a beacon of hope. The closing interaction with Boo Radley, who emerges as a misunderstood hero, ties the narrative into a heartfelt plea for understanding and kindness. The film remains an enduring reminder of the battle against injustice. You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb inside of his skin and walk around in it, until I feared I would lose it. I never loved to read. One does not love breathing. I wanted you to see what real courage is, instead of getting the idea that courage is a man with a gun in his hand. It's when you know you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway and see it through no matter what. People generally see what they look for, and hear what they listen for. 5. The one thing that doesn't abide by majority rule is a person's conscience. People in their right minds never take pride in their talents. It was times like these when I thought my father, who hated guns and had never been to any wars, was the bravest man who ever lived. Mockingbirds don't do one thing but make music for us to enjoy. They don't eat up people's gardens, don't nest in corn cribs. They don't do one thing but sing their hearts out for us. That's why it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. You are too young to understand it, she said, but sometimes the Bible in the hand of one man is worse than a whiskey bottle in the hand of your father. They've done it before and they did it tonight and they'll do it again, and when they do it, it seems that only children weep. The world's ending. Atticus, please do something. I think there's just one kind of folks. Whenever a white man does that to a black man, no matter who he is, how rich he is, or how fine a family he comes from, that white man is trash. I reckon, before I go to sleep tonight, I'll say a prayer. I'll ask God to let me dream about Jem and Scout, and if he feels I'm not good enough to go to heaven, he can just damn me to hell. You can choose your friends but you can't choose your family. I'd rather you shot at tin cans in the backyard, but I know you'll go walking the streets with your hair full of ants because you're tired of me. First of all, he said, if you can learn a simple trick, Scout, you'll get along a lot better with all kinds of folks. You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view. Until you climb into his skin and walk around in it. Unquote. Unquote. You just hold your head high and keep those fists down. Unquote. Unquote. You see that bird up there? Watch him. He ain't singing, is he? He's just laughing. Unquote. Unquote. I'm beginning to understand why Boo Radley's stayed shut up in the house all this time. It's because he wants to stay shut up in the house. Because he wants to stay inside. Unquote. Unquote. The summer of my 12th year was one of the longest stretches I can remember. Unquote. Unquote. I never understood why Jem wanted to climb into our neighbor's yard, a dreary, sodden patch of earth. Jem was fascinated by the Radleys. Unquote. Unquote. When Jem was nearly 13, my father said something to him that I've never forgotten. Unquote. Unquote. Atticus Finch is a gentleman. Unquote, said Miss Maudie. Unquote. Do you remember what real courage is? You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb into his skin and walk around in it. The one thing that doesn't abide by majority rule is a person's conscience. But there is one way in this country in which all men are created equal. There is one human institution that makes a pauper the equal of a Rockefeller, the stupid man the equal of an Einstein, and the ignorant man the equal of any college president. That institution, gentlemen, is a court. Courage is not a man with a gun in his hand. It's knowing you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway and see it through no matter what. Best way to clear the air is to have it all out in the open. This case is as simple as black and white. You're not going to change any of them by talking, right? They've got to want to learn themselves. They're entitled to full respect for their opinions, but before I can live with other folks, I've got to live with myself. In our courts, when it's a white man's word against a black man's, the white man always wins. They're ugly, but those are the facts of life. Scout Finch. There's just one kind of folks. Atticus, he was real nice. If there's just one kind of folks, why can't they get along with each other? Summer, and he watched his children's heartbreak. Autumn again, and Boo's children needed him. Hey, Boo. Jem Finch. I always thought Maycomb folks were the best folks in the world. I don't know, but they did it. They've done it before and they did it tonight and they'll do it again, and when they do, it seems that only children weep. Tom Robinson. Mr. Finch, if you was an **** like me, you'd be scared, too. I felt sorry for her. She seemed to try mourn the rest of other characters. Miss Jane Louise, stand up. Your father's passin'. Reverend Sykes. Mockingbirds don't do one thing but make music for us to enjoy. They don't eat up people's gardens, don't nest in corn cribs, they don't do one thing but sing their hearts out for us. That's why it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. Miss Maudie.